This thing devours all things: birds, beasts, trees, lions. Gnaws iron, bites steel, grinds hard stone to meal. Slays kings, ruins towns, and beats high mountain down.
We're behind on time. He's below the bubble.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And the answer was time. It's the only thing that ultimately we can't do anything about, because it can accomplish all of those things. And so I remember that as a kid, and it's kind of stuck with me to a certain extent.
So in this story, if you're the protagonist, who's or what is the antagonist?
The 11-mile-per-hour line. So to finish RAAM in 12 days, you basically have to stay ahead of 11 miles per hour. And you start at the same time, and you try to stay ahead of that 11-mile-per-hour line. Easy in the beginning, right? You know, your average is 13, 14, 15, 12, 13. It bounces around a couple miles per hour ahead of the 11-mile-per-hour line. But it doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop to sleep. It doesn't stop by the side of the road to poop in a bucket. It doesn't pee. It doesn't get stuck by traffic. It's not affected by headwinds. It's not affected by storms and lightning and any of the other things that you encounter in RAAM. It keeps moving. It's not bound by anything that the racer is. And as one of those people that's generally speaking towards the back of the pack, at least on the line of not making it, it's the big challenge. It's right there. And you know it's there. You know that that cutoff line is just constantly moving.
So what advice would 2011 Geoff tell 2018 or Geoff today?
Finish it one time and then go off and do something else.
Why are you doing RAAM again?
So you run the stop sign back there. That's gonna be a penalty.
Penalty? How? Free race penalty?
Free race penalty.
I'll take that. Why not make it a little bit more difficult? All right.
Pause. Make it more difficult?
RAAM is the hardest bicycle race ever in the world. It's coast to coast from here, from Oceanside, California to Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's a little bit more than 3,000 miles, and that's a little bit less than 5,000 K. And we have a time limit of 12 days to get to the other side of the United States. So it's an average of 255, 60 miles every day.
You follow? Good. Let's go.
I knew a guy that had done RAAM before I met Geoff. I say he did RAAM, he tried to do RAAM, and he really, it was hard. He got to the point where it really was hard for him to hold his head up, like the neck muscle strain. And then when I met Geoff and I saw that he was a finisher, multiple finisher, I thought, wow, this guy has got what it takes to be a long distance rider.
I know Geoff from, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. We started riding. We were riding on the Wednesday night ride, which was kind of our knockdown, drag out, testosterone fest, I guess you could call it. And Geoff, when we first met him, Geoff was super strong, and at the time he was training to do RAAM, and like he'd ride 70 miles in the morning and then try to ride with us, and you know, he'd be in there kicking us around. So, you know, that's how we kind of met Geoff.
Have you ever heard of RAAM before Geoff was participating?
No. I mean, I think I remember when he had done it, I think he was going to attempt it again. And he sent out this email, and yeah, I was asking a lot of questions, but didn't know much about it.
So, what do you think about the race in general, Race Across America, and the people who compete in it? Like, would you ever do it?
I don't think I would ever do that. I mean, you have to have like a huge party following you. It's a huge commitment, and all the training and the time invested. So I don't even know if I would have the time to do that, but to make that a commitment and what you're putting your body through and that endurance, I mean, it is just absolutely impressive, and you know, really look up to him for doing that.
It's kind of difficult to categorize yourself, but there's a lot of Tanner Boyle in me. There really is, minus some of the racial things he threw out in the 1970s movie, The Bad News Bears. I see a lot of him in myself. You know, willing to take on the big bully, willing to do something that's outside of a comfort zone, and really shooting your mouth off sometimes when it shouldn't be shot off. It should just, you know, you should zip it right up.
Geoff is he's like a lot of riders. He's a super good guy. He's a super nice guy, right? Just really easy to talk to, down to earth, salt of the earth kind of guy. But he has this intensity about him, and he also has a little bit of quirkiness to him that I think riders that do RAAM kind of have to have this little unique quirkiness, right? Because it's such a brutal and tough event.
A little quirky, but I think with Geoff, he's like focused. I think there's things that Geoff, when he's, you know, like RAAM, I think you could kind of tell when he'd ride with us on Saturdays, he'd ride with us on Wednesdays, but like, you'd always see there was a purpose.
I would say Geoff has a calm demeanor. He's quiet, but you know, once you get him talking and opening up, you know, yeah, he's funny.
I wouldn't call myself outgoing because I was always that new kid in class.
We had to move so often. And I'd get a good job, everything was going fine, and then something would go wrong with the job, and we had to move.
And you get judged, and you get looked at a little bit differently, so I created much more of a shy nature.
He's a little bit introverted, I think, so there's times where he wants to, he needs that little break from the group, right?
But once I get to know somebody, I love, you know, getting to know somebody on a one-on-one basis. Not into the big group things, you know. If I'm a part of a group, you know, we go to a team lunch or something like that for work, or, yeah, it's just not my thing.
You still act like you're in freshman year. What the hell is wrong with me? My friends say I should have age. What's my age again?
Are you quirky?
Quirky or corky?
Quirky. What's the say?
Quirky with a Q?
Quirky. Quirky.
Am
Not
I-
quirky.
am I
Yeah,
quirky?
quirky.
Quirky. Am I quirky?
Your friends sometimes described you as quirky.
I don't know. Should we cross this? It says exit.
We're gonna have to do it, yeah, camera.
What the hell? Do we try this?
Oh yeah, you can do it.
All right. Here we go. I don't know if I'm quirky or not, but I am a little nervous about this.
You're supposed to stop there. You ran a stop sign.
Yeah, I did. Here we go. Don't drive through running water. Weather Channel, they always tell me that. They tell me two things. The world's coming to an end because of global warming, and don't drive across watery roads. And I just did that and rode my bike in really cold weather. So, hey, that's Weather Channel, take that. Am I quirky? Yeah, maybe. Maybe, I think, yeah, misunderstood. Certainly, we're all misunderstood at some level. But I think quirky's not a bad way to say it. You know, I have my quirks, per se, you know. I do some things that are a little off the wall. I do things that kind of benefit me as opposed to the group at times. And a lot of times people in the group don't like when somebody goes off and does their own thing, so they'll label them as whatever they want to label them as. So yeah, in that respect, I'm definitely quirky, because I like being part of groups and teams, but if I got to take care of myself first, I'm going to do that. So me first, then the group, always, especially if the boat is sinking. So yeah, quirky, yes, labeled as such. Very quirky, very quirky.
Extremely quirky. They have no idea how quirky you are, actually.
Exactly. In fact, you know, I could quirk more if I had to. If I had to quirk more, I could do it like that without, like, case in point. Like, look at these two. Right? They're just quirking right now. They're just hanging out, eating some grass, waiting for the spring. Fenced in, you know. I think that's quirky. Why wouldn't they be with the rest of the herd, doing their own thing? Because I like them. They're cool. My type of guys. So I'm a commercial insurance underwriter. I've been in the insurance world for 27 years, and 19 of that was as a marketing rep, territorial manager type role, that I was responsible for a territory and the production and the managing of the agencies. I'm currently an underwriter, commercial insurance underwriter. Started my career as that, and now back in that role. It's kind of I want to get back more on the cerebral side of things, where I was underwriting business as opposed to more of a sales relationship type of operation. So I'm in a great place right now with a great company, great management, incredible teammates, and in a really good spot right now. Can't ride on the trainer. I've got some hip issues. It's got to do with the short leg. I need that little rock to side, otherwise things start jamming up on me in my hip. So I can only do like 30 minutes on the trainer. It can't be intensity, so I've got to ride outside. Here in the Northeast, it's pretty challenging at times to ride outside. So throughout the winter, I start building base miles. I start climbing hills. I start building the muscles that are going to come into play during the race. This year was particularly difficult. I had a guy pull up next to me the other day. It's a nice day. He's like, wow, this is a great day. You know, I'm like, yeah. I can't believe it's so nice. He says, I've ridden outside for 25 years. 25 years through the winter. He said, I didn't do it this year because it was that tough. And so I kind of like, hey, that's cool. It gave me a little confidence. I'm like, I rode outside the whole time. 30-mile-an-hour winds, cold, 30 degrees, didn't matter. You know, I had to get out. Cinders everywhere because we didn't get much snow. We're kind of in a drought right now. We would get like an inch, and then they'd cinder all the roads. And then we get another inch 2 days later, more cinders. So it was almost like I was riding gravel all winter, especially on some of these hills. It was kind of sketchy at times. building process. You know, it's not scientific. I'm not coached by anybody. I don't have data. I don't have data on my bike. I don't have anything. You know, I got my phone in my back pocket, and I ride based on perceived exertion. How do I feel? Try to get around other fast people as much as I can, because if I can find people who are faster than me, it'll push me, and then I do that a couple times a week, and that's usually been pretty good.
So he's done it 5 times already, finished 3 times. Why do you think he wants to do it again?
Because I think you go through challenges in life, and I think, you know, it's like having a goal, and, you know, that puts things in perspective. And when you have like this huge goal and you're going to come out succeeding, it's like I said, it's very rewarding. And I think he'll end up finishing again, and it'll be super awesome.
Geoff had a tough period of time the last couple of years. He had long COVID, and I think he had there was a you know, everybody goes through their ups and downs, and I think he kind of went through a real down period there, and he struggled a good bit with that. And I think for him, doing it this time, and if he got it in the time period, I think that would probably, to him, maybe be his crowning achievement for doing RAAM.
He's going to kill it, and he's committed. So he is really, I know he's struggled through some things, but, you know, I think this is his year, and, you know, 6 times doing that, and, you know, it's going to be really rewarding for him, and, you know, I wish him the best. He'll be successful.
My name is Becky Quinn Hall. I'm a former professional track cyclist, and I started a retail bicycle shop in March of 2015, and here we are today, 10 years later. I primarily do, obviously, retail bikes, but my area of expertise is doing bike fittings. And I think it's really important to have people fit properly on their bikes. If you're fit improperly, you could have an injury, and with cycling, since it is such a repetitive movement, being on the bike, if you're doing something wrong, you're doing it over and over and over incorrectly. And especially with something that Geoff is doing with Race Across America, I mean, it could be the end of your race, you know, very quickly if you're not fit properly on a bike. Geoff came in as a customer, and he came in for a bike fitting, and he told me that he was getting ready to do Race Across America, and he wanted to have 2 bikes set up exactly the same, because if he got off one, he just wanted to make sure that the other one was set up the same way, just, you know, for the obvious, to make sure that, you know, nothing leads to an injury and resting and stuff like that. So Geoff was actually my customer.
Here, check those out.
That's the 1. And then we have a 2.
What Becky at the Bellow shop did for me.
Yeah.
This is what it takes. Get me across the country. 9 wedges.
He is. I mean, I remember seeing Geoff with the first round of bikes that he had before, and I mean, there was, you know, duct tape on the seat rails and this, and then there's a red mark, there's a black mark, and, you know, if I had that stuff, I mean, yeah, I like the marks, but then the duct tape, I mean, you just think of the glue that's on this, and I'm like, oh, this poor guy's bike is just a mess. But I mean, you know, dropping, you know, plumb bobs down, I mean, he's within a millimeter, you know, he's checking the, you know, the nose of the saddle over the center of the bottom bracket, you know, the trail of the bike, the front end of the bike, how it's going to hit. I mean, he's got it all down. He has a, you know, it's odd to me the way he does it, but I mean, everything is completely sound. I mean, he understands, you know, how that is going to affect him, and it just, it floors me. You know, it's amazing. It really is. And you know, when he was in here the last time, and I said about, you know, shoes and his hot spots and all of that, and the leg length discrepancy, and I told him, I said, I think these shoes, even though you have 6 pairs of them and they're all set up the same, I don't think this is the right shoe for you. It's not wide enough. And his face was just like, oh, like now what? I'm this far in, what do I do? I can't buy more shoes, you know, in case rain and all of that. But I mean, he's so well prepared. So, you know, that's where, you know, I was like, well, I'll sponsor you, I'll buy one pair of shoes, you get the other one, and we'll set them both up the same. So I think your feet will be much more happy after we do that. So hopefully that's a little consolation that it'll help get him across the finish line.
That's good feedback, because if anything, if I raised it a millimeter, it probably wouldn't be bad.
No, but lower is not good.
Not good, because it's going to be causing.
Yeah.
It's funny, because like too high becomes IT band issues,
Yep.
hamstring issues. Too low becomes hip
All
issues.
hips, because it's tightening in.
For some reason you got into cycling later in life.
Mhm.
So when did you start getting into cycling seriously, and why?
So I enjoyed just being active after college, you know, trying to do different road races and running. And my goal was to run a marathon. As a kid, I ran cross country in 9th and 10th grade, and I was really into running when I lived in LaGrange. And I bought Jim Fixx's book, The Love of Running, or just Running, I think it was called. And you know, there was a chapter on the Boston Marathon and what it was like, and I kind of got intrigued by that, and I wanted to be able to run the Boston Marathon. So once I was done playing football and baseball and other sports, I started getting into running. But I have some biomechanical issues with my right side. It's just a short leg, short femur, and I was getting iliotibial band syndrome. I'd run a half marathon a couple times, and my calves would lock up on me and stuff like that. So I tried different shoes. I was in the running store and asked them, you know, what do we do now? I don't know. And I said, you know, I think God's telling me to buy a bike, because I couldn't run and I wanted to be able to do this marathon. So I went out and I bought a bike. But before that, I lost 5 friends, 2 to cancer, 2 to an accident, and a third also to cancer. So I lost 5 friends when I was about age 40, at about the same time. And so the fact that I couldn't really run to the distance I wanted to be able to run, and finish a marathon, combined with the loss of some friends to just, you know, what happens in life, I then took that and went to my wife and said, you know, I want to ride my bike across the country.
Those work?
Thanks, Miles. Atlantic City Boardwalks, Miles.
The role of the crew is to keep the rider going, right? To protect the rider, you know, from the traffic that's out there. If there's a follow van directly behind me, whether it's nighttime or whether there's some different places during the day, it's to protect me, it's to feed me, it's to clothe me, you know, make sure I've got all my stuff ready, it's to do my laundry, it's to take care of themselves. An important part of the RAAM crew requirement is that they're able to take care of themselves, because number one, their health and their safety is is at the top of the list. But number 2 is I can't do anything without them. I mean, I can ride for an extra couple hours if they all just quit, but that would be it. I'd have to stop at convenience stores, you know, and you have to have 4 on crew at any time anyway. That's a rule. But they have to take care of themselves, because I can't finish if they're not there with me. That's how important they are.
What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this again? Is there something mentally wrong with you that you're going to do this again?
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to reframe the question. What is right with me?
All right.
I appreciate the tone of that question, though, because family and friends ask it the same way. Being the kind of person that I am, liking a challenge and wanting to see Geoff go over that finish line again, I thought, of course I want to do it. I do the same thing when they ask it. I kind of stumble. And after having done, you know, my own sort of version of an ultra event, I think I understand the draw towards the challenge.
She's on top of things. She can do some massage work as well. She's really good at helping me get to sleep if I stay in a hotel at night. You know, she does Reiki. She understands like how to do soft massage, help me get to sleep, get my nervous system to slow down so I can get to sleep.
First of all, being a crew member is a challenge. However, once you have your crew together and your crew gets to know one another, and once we work together, it runs really well.
Marianne, from a nutrition standpoint, is on top of it. She knows exactly what I need, when I need it. She's even not ashamed to say, what color is your pee? And she doesn't believe me, so she'll kind of look around the corner and she'll say, yep, you look clear, that's good. You know, or it's a little yellow, here's some water, just get some water in you to kind of increase your hydration.
Oh, there's all those moments where you have to problem solve something.
His ass being too wet is a problem because we want to keep that dry.
And then when he poops in the poop bucket, we pull the thing out and then just find a
reuse the bag. Not reuse the bag. We get rid of this bag. Wait a minute, I might be new.
I'll buy more bags.
I might be new, but
We used to hang mine on the hood of the car and keep it from there.
oh, and then it went in the racer's eyes behind you.
What?
I know, right?
If you hung your poop bag on the car, it went in the racer's eyes behind you. That's what you did.
Dex is like, not my problem.
We tied it up in a knot and put it on the front.
We had, I forget where we put
it on
it.
the inside.
I know. I don't know why he does it. I don't know why I do it. But glad to be a part of it. He's got a good crew. How he does what he does, I don't know. It's great.
Rob is he's my chief strategist in a lot of ways because he understands the race. He understands how to keep going. He's not into a lot of the other stuff that goes along. He's really focused. He's really on point. If I choose to DNF, I got to run it through Rob first. You know, like he's got to kind of make that final call in some respects because he understands my body and he understands my mind.
I take care of any problems that might arise, any aches and pains or problems. So, I'm a cyclist myself, so have an understanding of what causes things. I know how to get them out of it.
In the case of all three, the relationship has turned into a pretty solid friendship with each one of them, you know, beyond just being a crew member in RAAM, you know, supportive of each other and connective outside of RAAM and stuff like that. You know, they're not just crew members. I think of them as the older sisters. You know, I've got two younger brothers. They're my older sisters in a lot of ways, you know, kind of look after each other. And when we're together on RAAM, it's fun. Ask Marianne for her video from 2016. It's incredible.
Geoff was so overtired, and we were tired too, but we all got these giggles, and we couldn't stop laughing. And it was just so much fun. And then I was videoing him, and he looks over, and he's giggling, and he's like, don't show Allison that.
Come on, you can do it.
What are you doing now?
Here, let's go. Allison needs to be able to see what.
Don't post that.
What her husband looks like when he's delirious. You're doing good. Let's go.
Well, the fun we have is just joking around at times. You know, that's how punch drunk you get in RAAM. It's a blast.
We've got a tent for him to.
Just opens up. Yeah, I know that. I've seen that.
The challenge, of course, is putting it back together. Do you remember that? Because it's one of those like foldable.
Well, we should like.
In the wind, it's a lot of fun.
Give it a couple,
the tent?
couple of tries before.
That was my bad idea.
What's that?
The tent.
Because you guys are strangers pretty much, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So before Geoff, I was to do it with another team of two, but then again, I think something happened with them, and then like they couldn't participate. So yeah, I had some time. I was looking around, and then I found a post where he was looking for a crew. So I reached out to him, and then we had a couple of calls. Had a discussion with Alan, the crew chief, and then we struck off. And then like it seemed that I had the skills which he was looking for in the crew, which was missing in the crew, and then like I fit right in, and then we happened to, I think a week later I'm here.
How would you describe RAAM to somebody who has no idea what RAAM is?
So I describe this to a lot of people where I work. I work in a school, and I talk to the kids a lot about it. And it's, my friend rides his bike from California all the way over to the other side of the United States, to Atlantic City now. And I say about how he only can sleep no more than 3 hours a day. And I said, when you are a crew member with him, you're head on and you're on the go all the time as well. We hardly rest. Plus, we have to be part of Geoff's brains and let him know what he needs and keep him going, keep him pedaling.
And what's the response?
They're like, wow, you're crazy. You're nuts. I'd never do that. But it's so much fun. I mean, this is the third time I'm doing it, so I'm looking forward to it.
So why are you doing this? What do you get out of it, and why do you keep coming back?
Geoff's easy to love. I know his son and his wife, so his family's easy to love. It's kind of, I feel lucky and blessed to actually have the opportunity to do it. Because there isn't a lot that happens that's out of the ordinary. If you want that, you kind of have to go out of your way to create it, do it. And here's this guy who's like, hey, I'm going to trust you enough to get me to do this. So it's really I feel honored and blessed by being able to say yes. I do.
I would say this event pushes everyone to the point where everyone loses it, and then if you don't lose it, that means your skin is not in the game. But then by the end of the event, I think you make friends for life, and that's what's more important.
They do everything for me. I mentioned, I go poop in a bucket. I go by the side of the road, find somewhere secluded. Sometimes it's behind the van if it's in the right area, and I go in the bathroom in a bucket with trash bags, double, triple layered. I always put a couple extra in there. And then I do my thing, and then they're responsible for finding an appropriate place to dispose of that, in a dumpster somewhere or whatever. And, oftentimes they'll just tie it to the roof of the car.
I coach sports, so I know how well things are when people do work together, and just noticing that when something comes up, we have the crew leader.
You can edit this, right?
Yeah.
Alan knows me inside and out. He knows what I want when I need it. He's on top of these things, and because he's got all that experience.
Crew is great. It's been an interesting experience because everybody's bringing a little bit to the table that, and in a lot of cases, it's stuff that we didn't have before. I think one of the most important things about the crew that I found is that they're gung-ho to do this.
Almost like being a nurse at some level. They take care of me. I'm a baby in more ways than one.
First off, rookies. So whoever's a rookie, right? And I don't know if Alan shared this with you or the others. They get to shave the hair, back of legs. So, and it's kind of by lottery. You put your name in the hat. And so I'll see you up at 8 o'clock. Liz is laughing because she got picked in 2012 as a rookie, and it's not a comfortable situation. So, in any case, everybody thinks that's pretty good.
At this point, it's game on. Finish up getting ready for the race, and then go down to the start line and send him off.
Up here to get ready to go. We're just around a minute to start. Cesar Mancedo from Brazil.
Easy. Forget the crazy, determined, blah, blah, blah stuff. I do it because it's hard, right? I really want a challenge, and you know, this is it. This is the hardest. Yeah, it ain't definitely not for sissies.
The reward is to share it with my friends in my team, with my wife, with my brother-in-law that's here now, and to enjoy the landscape, because of course you cross America and it's amazing. That's the reward, nothing else.
It's an amazing race. There is something about RAAM that I wished I could bring everybody and come and do. It's just, the race itself is just, it just stretches you beyond what you would never normally do in your everyday life. And it brings together all sorts of people, and they learn how to get along and work as a team. And yeah, I wish I could come up with one word, but it's just such a cool big day out.
Just ready to get on the bike. Hardest part of getting to this race is getting to the starting line, and I made it. So half the battle's done. Now I just got to finish it off. Got a great crew. They're inspired. Let's see what happens. Might as well put my gloves on while I'm at it too.
3, 2, 1. Good luck, Lana. All right, last but not least, an American racer, the only one in the solo field this year, Mr. Geoff Brunner. Geoff is from Pennsylvania. He's a husband, a father, businessman, works hard, balances his life to get out here, and a damn good racer. It's good to see you back. This is his fourth round. He finished in 11, 18, and 19. We're going to get Geoff on the road for his fourth round here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, Geoff. All right, that is our round 4. They are all on their way.
What's that?
How's your first day?
Pretty good. A little bit of a headwind now. In the head desert, so wishing I had a little wider tires right about now. Other than that, pretty good. You know, in good shape. happy with the progress. It's La Vida! There's the moon coming up. Full moon. At like 2 o'clock. See it just on the horizon?
We've got a knife. We've got jelly we want used. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. Here's the preserves.
Oh, I didn't know that you guys got. What's his plan? Does he have any plan to where to stop and stay or sleep or anything like that?
He's probably not going to stop and sleep until he's hoping after Congress. If it gets really hot in the desert, then he might stop in Hope and get a nap during the heat of the day. But he's cruising. He's moving pretty good. So I think he might not stop until tomorrow night.
History with Geoff. You've been Geoff with the fun times, the college times. Any good college stories you can tell us about Geoff?
Well, funny enough, Geoff loved his sleep. And I don't know how many classes he missed because he slept in or hit the snooze alarm 7-8 times. But the fact that he's doing this now, it's just crazy. It's the antithesis of that. He'll go all night. You just turn down and say he'll go, if he can, hopefully till next evening. So it's amazing how things can change when it really matters.
You're in college. You probably knew he was a pretty athletic guy. But did you ever say anything about doing this, or could you ever see him doing anything like this?
No, I can't see anybody doing this. But Geoff gets focused on things. He gets in his own head, and I think this goes back to when he was a kid and when he told his grandmother that he was going to bike across the country to see her, and probably in his mind he really meant that.
So living in LaGrange, Georgia, this is before I had a driver's license. I'm in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. That's how we got around back then. We would get on our bikes, myself and friends, or myself, and we rode our bikes everywhere. I rode my bike to visit friends' house who were a couple miles away. I rode my bike to school. Several of us would do that.
He said that he wanted to ride to California all the time. He was a kid from different places.
It was a yellow Schwinn bike that my grandparents actually got for me, and they also got me a speedometer, and I fell in love with that speedometer. I put it on just the old-fashioned, little needle, how fast are you going and how many miles have you gone to the 10th. And I put that on that Schwinn bike, and I used to just love riding around, seeing how many miles I could do or how fast I could go. And they visited us quite often from Burbank, California. And I told my grandmother, I said, I ride my bike a lot, and one of these days I'm going to ride it back to your house. Because I love the Rand McNally Atlas. As a kid, I had an Atlas everywhere I went, and whenever we moved, I'd be in the front seat with my dad driving or whatever, and I would plot the course and see exactly where we're at. And to this day, I still have my Atlas and love to look at it and really understand where different places are at. So I told her, I said, listen, I've got a map. I've plotted out this course from LaGrange, Georgia, back to Burbank, and someday I'm going to ride my bike back to your house. And I remember her, I can still visualize her just saying, yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to do that someday.
So in 2009, you actually did do the ride. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a great experience. It was, looking back on it, it was everything I thought it would be and then some. My mom and my dad drove me down to the beach at Belmar, New Jersey on a rainy morning in 2009, in August of 2009. And I got on my bike and, my mom and I went down to the beach and I dipped my rear wheel in the Atlantic and then started riding from Belmar. I rode the first 2 days by myself because I was local and I stayed in a hotel by myself and all the way to Somerset, Pennsylvania. And then my wife, my son, and my mother-in-law met me in Somerset and went with me for the next couple days. My mom, who I claim is my first true ultra cyclist crew member, drove all the way out to Mount Vernon, Ohio, and she slept in the van that night because she didn't want to disturb me as I was sleeping. And when I opened the window and looked out, there she was sleeping in the van. She's like, okay, I'm ready to go. And so she was with me all the way until we got to Junction City, Kansas, which is where her mother was at. My grandmother at the time, she was 99. It was the last time I saw her in the nursing home, but I was very fortunate to be able to do that. So my mom was with me. They leapfrogged me. They were always within a couple hours drive of me, but I was on my own for the most part. We'd meet at a hotel and go from there and have dinner together and recover after what averaged to be about 111 miles a day across the country. And then my dad took the second half. He met up with me in Columbia, Missouri, and then went with me for the remaining time after Junction City, Kansas. And so he was always in the area. He took his golf clubs. He played some golf at a local course and just make sure that if I needed help, I could call him. And so somebody was always close. But to arrive there with them waiting for me and my dad in tow, as well, was an amazing feeling.
So we are supporting the follow van today, and we got them all situated. We got Geoff a breakfast sandwich. We got the rest of the crew some coffee, some chai tea. We're filling up. We're cleaning the bottles as they're getting dirty. So here's the bottles that we clean, and then we're going to replenish their bottles with the clean bottles, and we're going to get more dirty bottles. We're on our way to Walmart right now.
Because we're American.
We need to get very many supplies. We also have a cooler back here, which this is the backup cooler with his food and his fruits and ice. So we prepare everything here in the support van, and then when the follow van needs it, we just give it to them. That way, all they need to do is focus in on Geoff. 100%, 110% as a matter of fact.
I feel like ice is the order of the day today. Ice and water are those are our gold and platinum today.
Right. And another thing I reminded my partner here was that we need to take care of ourselves. We need to eat. We need to stay hydrated. We need sunscreen because we need to feel good in order to take care of Geoff. All good.
So tell me, how's Geoff doing? You were with him last night, I guess. So how did you live through the night, and how's he doing now?
Okay, he kicked ass yesterday. He did really well. He was strong. He was good-spirited. I heard through the night he got a little bit in his head. When he was at the hotel this morning, he was a little bit in his head. But with the help of Coach Liz and other teammates, and also
and RK,
Jennifer.
Yep, just really.
Jennifer's our one of the massage therapists. We prepared the vans, and he took a shower, and he's like, "Let's go!" So Jeff Gallo, his buddy from college, was with him last night, and his brother Alan, our crew chief. Mm-hmm. So they can explain to you more. And also the Cardo didn't work.
Oh, okay.
So that was
a
problem because when going through the nighttime, it's direct follow, so you can't drive up next to him and give him all the instructions, and just he likes to be talked to at nighttime. to get his mind off of other things and talk about whatever. You know when he doesn't want to talk, but not having those, I think he was able to be more in his head and more in his head about the struggles instead of.
So Jen, as a rookie, only one full day really out here, but is this what you expected, or where?
You know, if we weren't in the middle of nowhere, I would consider bailing, but I'm just kidding. No, it's amazing. What a great team. I'm lucky enough to have a team full of pros, people who have done this, people who don't mind telling me what to do, and it's phenomenal. What a great experience. So far, so good. I love it.
Sweet, awesome.
You know, just to add, on our way here, looking at this beautiful scenery and everything, and I just sent a text to my sister, and I got teary-eyed because I looked at Jen and I said, this is life-changing for us as well. And I said, we're growing through this, and I can feel it. And we're only at the beginning.
Right. Amen.
Awesome.
And another thing I want to add is, intense as it is here, and serious, we still know how to have fun.
Yeah, we do.
With our family, our team.
Yep. We now know the first concert that everybody's gone to. What type of car was your first car?
So what was your first concert?
I have the ultimate. I'm Led Zeppelin.
Whoa. I'm Kiss. Kiss was my first concert.
Yeah, girl.
That's showing our age.
How's it going, Geoff? How's it hanging?
That's a good question.
He's taking them now.
It is dry out here. Yeah, you spray these, and in 3 minutes they're dry. 3 minutes. Okay, thank you though for thinking ahead. I hate this section too. It's just trucks. It's a cut through from.
But they've laid the pavement is helping a bit and getting through.
Cut through from 40 to 10.
Yeah.
That's the best I'm gonna feel all day.
There's an wait.
Oh.
Okay, you guys.
Oh. Last night we saw, or I saw, a couple fighter jets zipping around.
Nice.
Lots of different flying objects in the desert at night.
No alien sightings?
Might have been a couple. In fact, this morning I was definitely hallucinating certain things. I was falling asleep. There were squirrels in the middle of the road. There were, the scrub brush along the side of the road took up different forms and looked like different animals and stuff like that. Yeah, it was time to go to sleep, but I kept going.
Ice in these things?
Because if I stop.
You want ice in these?
Nah. Oh, the back one. The back one, maybe. I could use an infinite though.
Okay.
Yeah, I need calories.
Infinite.
Yeah, I need calories. Oh, where's that sandwich? Is there any of that left?
I wash my hands.
Been a lot of places. Had a lot of stuff touching. All right. I think it's probably just into digits.
I'd venture to say so. Think cool thoughts.
Fonzie? I mean Fonzie cool?
Fonzie cool.
Fonzie.
Mental coach, how's he doing?
I think he's doing great. He's really strong. Yeah. He flipped the switch quickly when he was feeling as low as he can sometimes get. He did his thing where he just didn't want to go on, and then told us we were a pain in the ass, and he loved us, and then he got ready and he got back on the bike. It was awesome.
When he was down from like a slow-paced run through the desert, and when he reached this morning into Brawley, he was like, "Oh, my average was so bad," and so on. And then we got him going pretty fast, and we told him let's like capitalize on the temperature, which is gonna rise up later on. Yep. And then we got him to one of his fastest times. I guess we got to Parker pretty fast, faster than Isapur, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably we need to just check that. It was a fast run, and then it was good. We were we got everything what he needed right on time, and then kept going. There was a bit of tailwind, and roads were okay. So I think that's a good positive. That's what's kept him going, and then we're gonna get him to his sleep stop soon. I think he's been riding for like 23 plus hours right now.
Where's he gonna sleep?
About 15 miles from here.
15 miles?
15,
okay.
Boos.
Okay.
Probably dry before you hit the ground.
Looks good. Not pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little of that wake up stuff, like
You got to be vertical. That's a good, horizontal.
How was it having your college friend last night?
Geoff. It's great. It's great. He was my roommate, 2 years, college teammate, good friend in the wedding. Funny guy too. Good football player, funny dude. And the only problem was we couldn't get the communication device to work, so we couldn't talk. Like it would send off feedback in my ears, so it didn't work. So otherwise we would probably had a pretty good conversation, and frankly I think I would have been a little better off, stayed out of my head a little bit more for sure, but I wasn't able to do that. So hopefully they can figure it out tonight. But yeah, no, it was good having him there. Yeah, even if for just one day, plus the meetings and stuff. It's fun. Yeah, Alan did a good job last night too, because it was a tough night. So they both had to be patient, and I got going pretty good for a while, but then just gets tiring. I'm just tired. Just tired. But it was a beautiful night, just the wind. But everybody dealt with it. It went on for so long. Every racer dealt with it, so everybody had it. Same situation.
Like, who's in the lead right now? Lisa?
Sorry?
Who's in the lead? Lisa? I that I was awake the whole time and couldn't get to sleep. You know, but I think I was. It was too long for me to just lay there, but I don't think I didn't fall asleep right. I don't know, maybe I did. I didn't fall asleep like that and I didn't stay asleep. Like, I don't know. There's too much going on with the nervous system right now, I think. You know, like confusion.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you were definitely asleep, and from my point of view.
So if you send Allison a text sometime and
That's
just
my
says,
intention. I will.
says like, hey, we're here with Geoff, if you're watching, he's you know, made a real good comeback after a tough night for everybody last night. Says hi to you guys. We're keeping them nice and cool and stopping a lot and stuff, just so they feel comfortable coming from someone other than me.
No, and
He asked.
I told her.
So we interviewed a lot of people, but Allison didn't want to be interviewed.
She didn't. Allison didn't want to be interviewed.
She didn't want to be interviewed. She seemed pretty strong about it. Do you have any reasoning why she wouldn't want to be interviewed?
Yeah, I think certain people are just, you know, I'm the same way. I mean, until recently, I really didn't like being on camera or people asking me questions, that type of thing. Never really liked my picture taken. I mean, you look at old pictures and I looked like a deer in headlights, and I look at some of her pictures too when she was young, and she's kind of the same thing, like frozen in time. Like, I think she's the most beautiful person that takes the worst pictures at times, and I always kid her about that. And I think so the fact that she didn't want to be interviewed is probably partially my fault, because every once in a while she'll get that weird picture where her face is in a weird position or whatever, and then of course I'm kind of an ass, and I give her a nudge or two about it, and so, but I don't think I'm entirely responsible for that. I think she you know, she was a good athlete. She was a really, really good athlete in her time, and I've seen video where she scored a field hockey goal and turn around and instead of celebrating, just running like full speed back to the center of the field for the face-off, or whatever they call it in field hockey. There was no emotion really. There was no like yay me or anything like that. Her teammates would come to celebrate with her, and she'd just turn around and run back, like, game on, let's keep going, you know. And so she's not really that way. It's not that she doesn't celebrate life and stuff like that. She just doesn't like to make big deal of stuff. And, you know, RAAM's a big deal, and I don't know that that she always is. You know, she doesn't want it to become bigger than it should be, and neither do I, frankly. But, you know, we've had conversations about that, and a story that I wanted to tell based on that it might help other people at some level, and that's why I agreed to do it, and she's fine with that. But I think she's just, you know, she's got her own reasons too. You know, she's a good poker player. I don't know what she's thinking all the time. So.
Was 27 your number in football?
No. 27 is the number that keeps showing up in life. Yeah. It keeps showing up in my life. 27 is 27. And US 27 went through LaGrange, Georgia, where a lot of my life story originated. Where it all started when my grandmother's like, I told her I was going to ride my bike to it. It was in LaGrange, Georgia. And 27 ran right through LaGrange. Do you mind so I don't pull my back?
Of course.
Sorry, I hate to be
No.
high maintenance, but I'll bend over and my back will hurt.
That's a smart move.
to Atlantic City.
That's good news, yeah. Have you seen my crew?
Yeah, they're at the cast. They're on their way.
Okay. I'm going in the right direction, right?
Yeah.
This way?
Go faster, we can get there quicker.
That's a really good point. Very valid. Very valid. This just is like out of control. Sorry, I get it. Desert road. I only have 35 miles left of desert road. And then sayonara.
Yeah, I was seriously, when I got into Blythe, I was ready to quit. I'd had enough. Like, it was just, I knew I was behind. I'm like, nobody ever finishes this race when they're in Blythe at 7 a.m. on the first day, because when it's going to be 108, 9 degrees in the desert, because you got to get out of Parker enough to slow me. And I was able to right the ship with the help of some of my teammates who were instrumental in saying, all right, so whatever. And then I saw a shower, so I took I just like, I'm taking a shower.
Shower can cure all.
It did. I took a shower and I'm like, all right, well, Alan said to me, he goes, make them kick you out of the race, don't you kick yourself out of the race. I'm like, all right, that's fair, let's go. And I was pretty motivated. I had a really good day yesterday as a result of it. So, and the team stood up, they were like on top of everything. So when it was hot, and I got some footage yesterday, but when it was hot, they were on top of things and kept me moist. And good, it's a good story all around. So just try not to mess anything up again.
Okay.
All right, man, this is
great. Lights out.
Let's just go home.
Good morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice and warm. So that was good. Caught a little, like, half cat nap. You get to a certain point, it just doesn't matter. You know, like things that might have mattered, they don't matter. Which is good.
You have a goal where you want to be today?
I'd like to go to Mexican Hat, but it's going to be tough now. We're going to have favorable winds, but it means I got to stretch. That's where they have a hotel room waiting for me. So if I can pull it off, that'd be good, but we're going to get into Flagstaff, and I think there's going to just be, hopefully things are ready that I can just keep rolling. And then I'll need help getting through Flagstaff. We're coming in a different way, you know, in terms of, so scout out the turns, get them on your way by, go first, go first and do whatever.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, banana. This one might have. You might want to have these handy, right? And we're gonna like move some borders from the follow van to the support van. So that, like, you know, just one.
Food-wise, should I heat up a Jimmy Dean's?
Yeah, yes please. Because now, if it's scenario one, you got to be ready to support him for at least an hour, not just 15-20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Geoff is coming in. He's about 7 miles out from Flagstaff right now. He's going to come in, but he's not going to stop. And then the support van is going to go into leapfrog mode to follow him. And we're going to stay here with the follow van and get it all restocked and ready to go. And then once we do that, the follow van will go back out and get into leapfrog, and the support van will come back.
So, how's the crew just holding up?
Crew is holding up. They're great. I mean, Marianne and Sally and Liz are all just tremendous. And RK has all the technology and the mechanical stuff done, and I'm not doing anything. I'm just here to help out where I can, and that's the way things are, and it's going great. I know Geoff is probably a little bit behind his time schedule, but man, we're not even 500 miles into the race, so we've got a lot of time. He's made it through the desert. The first 48 hours are behind him, and we're getting in a groove. He's getting in a groove, and we're headed to Atlantic City.
Hey Dex, how you doing? I just said, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Get to this wind. You gotta get down this hill.
You're 48 hours into it. You've got over 540 miles. That's 270 miles a day, and that's going to do RAAM any day.
Yeah.
So you're doing good on time. All
Thank
right?
you, and I appreciate
Don't worry
that.
about that.
There's a bunch of people behind you, so.
Yeah, there's 7 other RAAM racers behind you. The kinds of raw racers. Just go time station to time station. RLPN, relentless forward motion, stay on the bike.
You got it.
Wasn't something I wanted to do. It was just.
Look, you're the crew chief, and you had to make critical decisions, and that decision was yours, and you did a good job.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just try to keep my brother happy. Keeping him happy keeps.
Yeah, but
the
he
crew happy.
depends on all of us to keep him happy. He doesn't depend on you to keep him happy. He depends on you to chew you out and be on your bad side and be mean to you. He'll be nice to all of us.
Yeah, well, he. No, I'm a lead by example type of guy. I don't.
So if other people lead
I'm not good at telling people what to do. I'm good at showing them what to do.
All right, man, that's a strong statement.
Natural born trainer. So through the night, he did awesome. He kept pedaling, he kept moving. The only mistake I think is and Rob and I discussed this, and I think maybe we should have pushed him a little bit harder to go further in the night, because he was like, "Oh, it would be great if I got to Prescott." And so I told him, you get a payday if you make it to Prescott, which is the carrot now. He gets a payday if he performs. They're little, they're the miniature sized ones, but it works. He really just, he was a trooper. He was a trooper this morning, getting up, but he only slept an hour, which I think might be an issue further down the road. That he's not going to be as fresh as he could be, but so far in the race he's gotten 3 hours sleep, and that's about what he would get to this point if he followed his plan. He would have slept last night somewhere for 3 hours, and so I think he's good. He's getting a little in his head because he feels like he's behind, and he is a little bit behind, but he's also like ready to put in the effort.
It's just my feet. That's the only thing. Everything's fine. It's just my feet. My toes. It's my toes.
Do you feel like they're being squished together, or what do you feel like?
They're burning.
They're burning?
They're
Like a
burning.
neuropathy thing, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what a neuropathy thing is,
Yeah.
but like that's what I kind of think.
Do you
it is.
feel pins and
Can I see
needles?
that shoe for just a second?
I thought about this.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is, since it's a cotton ball
Yeah.
and not an actual, whatever that is.
Clean in the windshield for them. Nice clean windshield. They're getting ready for their nighttime shift.
I think they would avoid the bugs, right?
Hopefully.
Hitting the bugs?
Oh my gosh, you should see the bugs at nighttime, how they just come spitting at your window, and to think that they're coming in Jeff's face like that, holy smokes. But today we had, weather was a little cooler than yesterday, but the winds were atrocious. I really admire what he's doing. We were trying to make sandwiches in his RAAM wraps, and the wind was blowing everything around, so it took two of us to do one job. But we made the best of it, and we had fun.
You guys have some in your bin, and we have, here we go.
All right. I see that for a quick second. Yeah, so it'd be like right at the 9s, just inside the 9s or something. Marianne made me fall over once. She was rubbing my back like that. Yeah, I fell
I
asleep.
was going like this.
Good job, Marianne.
I was trying to keep him
That was
awake.
at the end of 2016.
I was trying to
That's
keep
my
him
new
awake, and I'm going like this, and he goes.
Way to kill, Jeff.
Yeah, because I'm going to put you to work. Very careful.
All right.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Any storms tonight? It's always fun when some storms build up out here.
I think you gotta wait till you get to Kansas.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be some activity.
I mean, you're not in Kansas now. In case you couldn't tell, this is not Kansas.
No.
Yeah. And then you have about another 6 behind you, pretty far.
First saw this place with you and Mike. The middle of the night.
Though.
Yeah, middle of the night.
Middle of the night.
Yeah.
Looks
That
a little-
dog chased us for like 200 miles, it seemed like.
It looks a little different in the daylight.
It does.
Did you get some sleep last night?
2 hours and 40 minutes
Is that the most, like, for one sitting?
so far. They shorted me, but that's all right.
The most impressive thing about RAAM within the crew and the riders is the sleep aspect. It's one thing to be athletic and be an athlete and do your thing and with the training, but training your mind and body to deal with that little sleep is extremely farther than impressive. I don't have a word for it. Especially me on the crew, I've never been so tired afterwards, and I only did it for 4-ish days. But just imagine riding that with that low of sleep. That was, something I was thinking about the whole time.
Over and then we can switch to the bikes. Maybe.
Okay.
Your sandals are.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Did you pee?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was coffee. Did you pee? And get me some Depends so I can just sit in the car and pee.
There you go. All right. I got the bike.
I feel to My coaching experience has helped with the group keeping a positive attitude, thinking ahead, and self-care, taking care of myself. If I take care of myself, I'll be able to take care of Geoff, or what I need to do, what I need to say to him, and to pay attention to him.
Get ready, guys, we're going.
Not much help here. There you go. There you go. Next time, you gotta remember shoe line.
Tonight we're just still getting in our rhythm. You know, like we're still getting into a rhythm.
Come on, Joe, it's your last day on the bike. Go, go. So, Joe, you're usually a pretty shy guy. You're usually a pretty shy guy, doesn't really speak his mind.
Yes,
so
sir.
Here's your chance. Here's your chance, Joe.
What do you want me to speak about?
Why do you do races like this and punish yourself?
Well, the VA diagnosed me as a masochist. And I would explain so much about my life, going in the Marine Corps at age 17 and doing special operations and anti-terrorism unit, and then get retired out. Like, I could be in my lazy boy enjoying my nice, beautiful house right now with my beautiful wife, and here I am.
Geoff's done it. He's got 3 finishes. I mean, why does he want to do it again?
Not many people can do that. You know, people race bicycles of all types all the time. Not many people, and a lot of those people could never do this. He's select and he can do this, and it's pretty amazing.
On my crew, on my van, so they had to get gas. And I really need to change into another pair of bibs with all my magic creams on. My ass are hurting.
It's amazing to see the riders that are doing like the Race Across America, because it takes so much to go through, like the sleep deprivation. You still have to get up, you know, through injury. You're going through all types of weather, and it just mentally, I think cycling is 90% mental, no matter what you do. But it takes a different breed of person to be able to do that, to race across the country.
You've seen your dad do this 5 attempts. He has 3 finishes. Obviously, he's a rider that is more of a mid-packer, and not into it to win it.
Yeah.
So why do you think he keeps doing this?
It's a great question. I feel like it's really highly personally driven. You know, personal goals. I feel like if he finishes this time, I think he'll be tied or something with any American over 50 with completing the race. I think he just does it for he's 56, so that's pretty old to be competing in a sport that requires this much athleticism. So just for the love of it, honestly, just for the love of him doing it, for personal satisfaction.
You think you know why he wants to do it down for the 6th time?
I can't put myself there. No, I don't really know why. That's very difficult, but I believe he's trained harder this time than he has probably since the first one.
And trying to get to Pagosa tonight.
Pagosa?
Reasonable, right?
Yeah.
You know, get there. What time is it now? Because I struggle at night. Big time. 7:02. So maybe I get there by, I don't know, 12:30.
Yeah, that's very reasonable.
1 o'clock, so I'll take one. All right, here we go.
Got it, man.
See ya. Thanks for any help.
Nope, no problem.
He could train, I mean, his training, he takes it seriously, he does all of it, and then any number of things can change it. And then that's where his tenacity with the crew's creative problem solving comes into full play. It's, you know, it's kind of magical.
Dude, to earn that payday.
He's been a good boy.
You what?
He's been a good boy. He's not doing the sit stay. He's doing the go.
But it's not perfect. They just make it happen. I can't imagine. All right. Keep me awake.